Hey everybody, Eric here with another political content video for you today on Friday the 28th. Just saw this on my Facebook news feed, um, and I thought I'd do this before I go on my walk today. This reported by Rolling Stone about the Senate has just voted to let banks screw over working Americans. That title is an article from the Rolling Stone. Here, let me pull it up for you. This was posted on Facebook from former Representative David Earl Williams III, and I looked at it and I am disgusted. I'm not surprised, but I knew this was coming, but I'm just disgusted. So this picture is Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina. And if you see, look at here, and I'm posting this for you, the Senate voted 52 to 48 to repeal a Biden era rule capping bank and credit union overdraft fees at $5. Yeah, that was done in 2024. Unfortunately, after it was signed by President Biden, it was not going to be starting until I believe September of this year. Yep. And so they override this, and now going back to what it was. So, like I'll just in to let you know something. I'll use me as an example. One time I had a negative balance and something came through, and that bank uh, overdraft price was $32. And not just $32. If you don't put the deposit to clear it out, then it's $32 every 7 days. Yes. And at the time that this cap was done last year, the average overall information, I think it was like $33 billion that the banks were able to get because of overdraft fees. Yep. And the cap, let me just go back just to let you know, the cap that the Biden era rule was no more than $5. And of course, look at Tim Scott's information, and we'll go through the information. So the Senate voted 52 to 48 on Thursday in favor of a resolution from the Senate Banking Committee Chair Tim Scott to repeal the rule. Scott had the gall to say that removing the CFPB cap on overdraft fees would be, quote, good for consumers, unquote, while arguing the resolution on the Senate floor. Now, here is a surprise. Senate Josh Hawley, who is a Republican from Missouri, the only Republican to join Democrats in opposing the resolution, disagrees. Quote, why would we help the big banks at the expense of working people? Hawley asked reporters following the vote per semaphore. I just don't understand. So does Chuck Bell, advocate program director at the Consumer Reports. Now, a note about the Consumer Report, the Consumer Financial Bureau. It also is going to be shut down at some point. That was announced, I want to say 3 months ago, right after the inauguration, right before the inauguration, and then one of the executive orders was done on February 20th or February 21st. But let's go forward. Repealing the CFPB's overdraft fee limits will hurt working families who are already struggling with high prices and inflation. The cap on overdraft fees, which then Director Rohit Chopra said would save consumers $5 billion a year, led to a lawsuit in December from the American Bankers Association, which alleged the CFPB overstepped its authority and claimed, like Scott, the cap hurts consumers. Hurts consumers. Saving $5 billion a year hurts consumers. Think about that. Let's go forward. While the Trump campaign on capping credit card interest rates, his administration endorsed Scott's legislation. So he'll cap the credit card interest rates, but the overdraft fees he agrees with. Team Trump isn't just going after the cap on overdraft fees, it wants to effectively eliminate the CFPB. And of course, if you're on X, which I am not, fortunately people will share that information to other social media. Quote, CFPB, RIP, CFPB, rest in peace. Elon said this on X. Musk acknowledged in a subsequent post that the CFPB, quote, did above zero good things, unquote, but that it, quote, still needs to go, unquote. Senator Elizabeth Warren, the Democrat senator from Massachusetts, who helped create the CFPB, spoke to Rolling Stone in February about the Trump administration's effort to remove the guardrails and let big business take advantage of Americans. Quote, over the past few years, 6.7 million people filed complaints with the CFPB, she said. Quote, finally, in America, they had someone on their side when they went up against a giant bank or a fly-by-night sleazy lender. They got some help. A little more of a level playing field. Donald Trump wants to take that away from them, unquote. And the last part of the article, so do Republicans in the Senate. The resolution scrapping the cap on the overdraft fees will now head over to the GOP-led House. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see if any of the Republicans in the House will join the Democrats opposing this resolution. And if that happens, then the resolution is dead. So I'm going to go on my walks. Beautiful day. A little warm. We're approaching 80 degrees. Really, really windy for Charlotte. The reason I say for Charlotte, because 20 miles per hour winds in Kansas City, Missouri, that's average. That's average. But I'm going to embrace the wind today because I remember summer in Charlotte, there is no wind. So I'm going to embrace this today. So get out if you can. Enjoy the sunshine. If you have allergies, I would say do this because of tree pollen. But I will see you on the next video. Have a good day.